So how's it going, my nofap and semen retention brothers? So today's video we're going to talk about the most difficult part of nofap and semen retention is how to get past that first week, first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks. Those are usually the most difficult times for men on this journey. Yes, difficult times come later on as well because you go through flatlines, but ideally this is the most hard time, the toughest time for a lot of young men. Now, before I get into the video, I want to give a shout out to Vulcan, who became a Patreon supporter. I really appreciate it, bro. And I actually did have a call with another subscriber yesterday, and we were talking. He was venting to me. He was talking about all his problems, what's going on in his life, and I was giving advice. It was just a great back and forth, man. So remember, anybody out there who wants to reach out too, I'll email me and I'll give you guys my number. We talk. First time is free for an entire hour. All right, so you got nothing to lose. All right, so let's get into the video now. All right, so getting past first week of nofap, first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks. Now, for me, this honestly was the toughest time because I had such a hard time getting past, like, say, that fourth day, because you're like, okay, day one, obviously you're pumped. You're like, all right, I could do this. Day two, still kind of into it. Day three, it's getting a little neutral. Day four, all right, it's lagging a bit. Day five, you're like, crap. Damn it, how am I supposed to not fap right now? How am I supposed to not watch pornography? First thing I want you guys to start doing is, for you newcomers, is figure out what your triggers are. What actually triggered you to watch that? What triggered you to want to engage in that? It could be something extremely deep and emotional, something that may have happened in childhood that was extremely tragic, or something as like a heartbreak. It could be something like that. It could be something as simple as you having sex for the first time in a certain place, so you go to that place and that just triggers an emotion and you just want to watch pornography videos like that. Figure out what your triggers actually are, because you figuring these things out will help you tremendously in actually avoiding things like that, and then you'll actually be aware of where you're not supposed to go mentally and physically. Another thing is the emotional aspect, man. The emotions are crazy when it comes to nofap and semen retention. Now, if you're actually a very emotional guy like myself, if you get into a certain kind of emotion, it might make you want to watch pornography. See, the deal with me was that I was getting mad at times and I did not have any escape for this. This was before I knew God. So my escape was pornography, and I got addicted to it that way. So for those emotional guys out there, if it's that emotion that actually triggers that, so make sure you note that, write that in a journal, so you know next time, like, if I have this kind of emotion, how to actually handle it with stoicism and not reacting the way that you usually did, which was a very weak kind of way. Now, you actually can heal yourself, in my opinion, tremendously if you let God into your life. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you guys know I preach about God in as much as I possibly can in every single video, because God's word has really transformed me. Like, it transformed my heart, transformed my mind, gave me a lot of more mental clarity, and it even gave me something to go to when I was like extremely bored some days, or when I don't know what to do. So I was like, okay, I know one place I can go. I can go to God's word. I can understand it more, because chances are, for most people out there, they don't fully comprehend God's word. They just look into it a little bit. They try to get the prime message of it, what it would be, and they just hang on to that, but they don't really know what's in it. They don't even know what one chapter is called. So always try to stay occupied with something like that. Remember, if you stay occupied, you stay busy with things, you actually don't have time to think about pornography. You don't have time to think about these stupid things, because your brain is so into whatever activity you're doing. Hopefully it's an activity that you're very passionate about and you want to make it into a huge kind of idea. into a huge business. Always focus on that even more every single time. Whenever any kind of trigger comes, whatever gave that trigger life, you already know it by now because you've been writing it down. So just make sure you stay occupied. Stay occupied with short-term goals all the time. Short-term goals should be a priority in your life. I don't care if this is as small as cleaning your room. It could be something like cleaning the dishes. It could be something like keeping your room tidy. As you can see, I'm a lot on cleanliness. I'm very big on that because it actually helped me distract from all these things. So make long-term goals as well. Whatever long-term goals you have in mind, keep working on those. And obviously, slow and steady wins the race with this, man. Don't just think about these long-term goals and go into them thinking that they should be accomplished in the short term, because maybe you're comparing yourself to somebody else. You're like, that person accomplished it. It's a long-term goal to me, but that person accomplished it within a few months. How come I can't do that? Everybody's journey is going to be different in life, okay? Remember this. No matter everybody, even on semen retention, even I don't care you guys are getting the same benefits as everybody, you're all going to have a different journey in life, okay? Remember this. Some of you may get benefits faster. Some of you may get it extremely slowly. Some of you may get way more flat lines. This kind of stuff will happen. The main thing is remain stoic. Don't react to this, okay? Because, see, if this happened with me, what I would do if I was not on this journey, I would end up going to pornography because, I want to escape from my thoughts. My thoughts are negative, and my thoughts are telling me, okay, yeah, that person did it in that allotted amount of time, while you are stuck at this stage, But now it changes. It changes over time, and you have to really give your brain that time to adapt to it. It's gonna happen slowly, but it's gonna happen. Okay. Obviously, one of the main things that newcomers on nofap semen retention have to do is stay away from all kinds of social media, man. Social media really is ruining everything. Unless you're on there to promote your business and you're getting paid for posting pictures, then okay, that's fine. You're living off that. Okay, that's completely fine. But if you're just on there, like majority of people are, just to watch people with their daily lives, you're going to get depressed. You're going to get anxious. You're going to be thinking about those people who are probably extremely insecure. And another thing, they're not even thinking about you. Okay, so just stay away from all that. A lot of it is toxic, man. And a lot of it also has triggers in it. Men even email me. They're like, I seen this post of a female on Instagram and I end up fapping. It happens. That's what social media is honestly there for. It's not just for you connecting with people. That's how they like to play it. They're like, oh, it's just connection. You're talking to people. Yes, but at the same time, there are tremendous amounts of triggers on there. And I want you guys to be safe from them. And in the early stages of nofap and semen retention, I actually had an Instagram, had all this stuff. And then I relapsed because of that. And I was like, this has to go. Like, it just really has to get out of your life. Unless you're doing it because you're making a living off it, I suggest you get off it completely. Another thing I found out, exercise. Exercise has helped me tremendously. I mean, the nutrition part, the diet part, I keep digging more and more deep when it comes to this. The anatomy of the body, how cells work. I'm getting really deep in the body. All right, I'm trying to learn everything, exactly how amino acids build muscle, all that stuff. I'm really trying to dig deep because I'm trying to lose fat and gain muscle. People are either just bulking or just cutting. I'm trying to do both. It's not impossible for those, if you guys, I don't want you guys coming at me in the comment section saying, nah, it's not possible. You got to bulk, then you could cut. I've heard otherwise, and I've researched a ton that says otherwise too. So dig into that. Focus on your exercise regimen. Focus on nutrition. Focus on learning a new skill like cooking. Cooking will really occupy the time, and it will really change your life, because One, it's going to make your macro counting and all that crap, it's going to make it easier, because you're actually going to know what the heck you're eating, because you're the one making the food. It's not like your mom is making it, not your roommate making it, not your girlfriend making it, you're making it. So you know exactly what's in it. It's going to be easier for you to track. And it's just going to be much better for your mental health, and definitely for your physical health, especially if you're eating the right clean foods. Another thing that really helps is cold showers. Now, for people who are beginners in cold showers, I honestly suggest you start off with lukewarm showers. Do not jump straight into a cold shower. I have made this mistake, and I'm telling you from experience, if you jump into a cold shower and you're just starting nofap and semen retention, you are not going to want to take a cold shower ever again in your life. This happened with me. It's happened in my experience, and then I just stopped and I started taking hot showers. It's not like that led to a relapse, but taking a cold shower really just makes you so much more alert, and it just helps me carry on with my day. And I also know that I can actually handle that. It's a great kind of like an ego booster, I would say. I don't want to use the word ego because it's not really in a positive frame, but taking a cold shower will definitely change your life. It will help you tremendously, especially for those new guys on nofap and semen retention, because it will diminish those urges drastically. Trust me on this. If you have an urge and if you feel like meditation was not helping you, go straight into a cold shower. I promise you, when you come out, you're going to be feeling so cold that you're going to be like, okay, I really just want to do what I have to do right now. Just take the cold shower, get out, wipe myself, and you're not gonna, that urge is definitely gonna die. I promise you, that urge really will go down. It's really helped me. And last but not least, I want you guys to realize this. Life is a lot more than just sex and females. Alright, guys? Life is not just about picking up females. Life is not just about dressing or looking how a female wants you to look. It's not about that, okay? Yes, it's true to some extent. Yeah, you have the power to create another human being. Yeah, that's amazing, right? But at the same time, life is not just about that. Life is a lot more, man. Life is about connecting with yourself. Life is about figuring who the heck you really are. Life is about connecting with God, knowing what He's done for you, being grateful, and keeping that stoic mindset all the time so you don't react like a typical guy who gets extremely irritated if somebody insults him, especially if that person who insulted him was not even somebody he knew. It's a lot more than just freaking reacting in a crazy way, or just thinking about females constantly, thinking about how to impress them, thinking about how to just make your entire life about them. It's not about that, man. You got to learn in life. You got to learn skills in life to get through it. You can't just be thinking about sex constantly. I mean, as men on this journey, yes, our testosterone definitely increases, but we don't use it to think about that stuff. We use it in a much more creative fashion. We write things, we build businesses, we do a lot more than the average Joe who would take that testosterone and most likely fap, or just have sex with the female and ejaculate. Obviously the wrong way to go. So for those newcomers, I want you guys to really think about this journey as you becoming into a new person. I'm telling you, after 200 days, I stopped counting my days. I don't care about my days anymore because I've made it into a lifestyle. Will I relapse in the future? I don't know. Okay, I can't say, no, there's no way in heck I'm going to relapse in the future. I don't know the future, man. I'm not God. I don't know what the heck the future holds. So just know that this journey is about you becoming into the guy that you wanted to always become. You becoming into a more mature man, a more creative person, a guy who actually goes after the things that he wants. And it's not just freaking females, numbers, or just sex. It's way more. All right, it's about actually accomplishing a life goal. It's about you becoming into the best version of yourself. I preach that line all the time. I try to include it in every single one of my videos, because many men have this picture of themselves of how amazing they could be, they should be, but they don't put the work in, man. Just take action. Take little steps, man. As small as those steps can possibly be, I don't care. As long as you're taking some sort of action, that is all that is required. Yes, maybe if you take extremely small steps, it will obviously take you longer to get to your goal. But that should just make you more motivated to take a step that's even a slightly bigger than the last step, you know? That's just how it works. So yeah, guys, that's all the information I got for you today. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Even those who've been on this journey for a while have learned how to keep going on their journey, or you guys are still motivated to keep going and keep learning more, keep accomplishing more, staying productive every single day as much as you possibly can. Alright, man, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below. If you guys have not already, please subscribe to my channel. If you guys want, you guys check out my Patreon page, check out my Snapchat. You guys have questions or anything you want to vent to me, email me, man. If you even want to talk, I'll email you my number. We could talk, man. It's for a full hour. All right, and you guys have any comments for future videos, leave them in the comment section below, or any other comments, whatever you guys want to do, man. All right, man, let's be our heroes.